This segment is sponsored by Petersburg Area Regional Tourism.
All righty, folks, you can experience in historical Pamplin Park like never before. The park presents Voices from the Shadows. It's a spine-chilling guided tour of the park's historical sites. Senior marketing specialist Charles Swinford joins us with all the details about this fun family event. Welcome, good to see you again.
Thank you very much.
This is very interesting because, you know, as a native Richmonder and a person who's been around the area for a long time and know all about Pamplin Park, but I'll check that. No, I don't know all about Pamplin Park because I had no idea of all the new things you have down there and the different way you approach things. We're going to talk about some of them now, and it is not your grandfather's Civil War park, basically. A lot has changed over the years. Let's start with the Voices from the Shadows. What does that mean?
Voices from the Shadows is a lantern-lit battlefield tour that we do around Halloween every year. We base it off of real stories from people that were living through the Civil War era, trying to make it through, civilians, runaway slaves, soldiers that were just trying to make it from day to day. And we tell those stories with costumed interpreters. So you come out and we walk you through actual battlefields and you meet all kinds of interesting characters.
Yeah, you will actually physically not bump into them, but kind of meet them while they're out there. And there is so much in Pamplin Park. There's several houses, yes, antebellum houses there. We're seeing some there now, and there's a battlefield, of course, there, and a lot more. And then as you go through, you'll run into these characters, and they will tell their story. Yes. And some of it's Halloween-ish. It's some pretty scary times.
Yeah, there were some very scary times, and we don't have, they're not ghosts or goblins that are coming out. These are based on the stories of real people that actually existed. So the stories we tell can be pretty intense, but it is still family friendly.
Yeah, of course it is. All right, I mentioned at the top it's not the same as it used to be. Mm-hmm. You have an audio tour that you feature from time to time that actually says words and voices of people that were there. How is that even possible?
Well, the audio tours are part of an exhibit called Duty Called Me Here, and it's the stories of individual soldiers that fought during the Civil War, North and South, from all over the country. And we take their words from their journals and their letters that were written during the time. So you pick a soldier and you follow their journey through the war and you find out what happened to them as you go through our exhibits.
Kind of a Ken Burns kind of feel to it, yeah. And he brought those words and thoughts to life, and that's exactly what you do there as well. We're seeing some pictures, some of the interpreters here. These are folks who take history very seriously and want to be as accurate as they can be. I want to go back, and you have interpreted trails and all the time, don't you?
Oh yes, every day we do it, all through the year. In the winter, we cut back our hours just because it's cold and people don't want to go outside. Yeah. But we serve so many school groups and so many individuals and clubs that love to come and just to walk through the footsteps of our predecessors, of our forebears, just to see what it was like at the time.
You can actually see what it actually physically was like, yes, and then you can hear these words and kind of get a feel for what the people were going through from all different angles. Like I think you said at the very beginning, you know, in the past maybe we would have had the glory of the soldiers or something, you know, but today we look back at runaway slaves, servants or people who worked in houses and stuff like that, and the actual people that lived through those times who, you know, just like you and I, had their day-to-day issues and their day-to-day problems that they had to deal with, and they're incorporated into this tour.
That's right.
Very, very interesting. I can't talk about it enough. By the way, this is an award-winning National Museum, isn't it?
Yes, it is. There's several awards over the past 24 years.
Yeah. And innovating today, even right through this Halloween season. It's an amazing thing to see, and it's gorgeous to go there if you've never been, and you'll get a real feel for what those people live through. Thank you very much for doing this. Can't wait to take one of these lanterns and get out there and take the tour. Thank you very much, sir. All right, Voices from the Shadows, a walk through the hallowed ground, is happening 2 nights, Friday, October 28th, Saturday, October 29th, from 8:30 p.m. Reservations are required. Admission is free for park members, $10 for adults and $5 for children ages 6 through 12 years old. Pamplin Historical Park is located 6125 Boynton Plank Road in Petersburg. It's actually in Dinwiddie, right outside of Petersburg, but close enough. Find everything you need to know online. Just visit petersburgarea.org.